Yo, desk is hella dirty. It needs to be cleaned. What's going on, everybody? Just gonna hop on real quick. This is gonna be a real quick one. I just wanted to make sure that I at least got on today, went live, shared something with you guys. I've been moving around all this morning, just getting ready for Thanksgiving. Today was my chore day, so I've been moving around a lot. But again, yeah, I just wanted to hop on real quick, at least to recap what has happened so far today. For those who don't know and are joining for the first time, my name is Derek. I'm covering anything and everything wholesaling real estate on this channel, specifically virtually wholesaling real estate, as that's what I'm doing. Live in California, and I'm sourcing and closing deals out in Houston, Texas. If you are in the Houston, Texas market, feel free to leave a comment. Reach out to me. My email should be somewhere on my channel's description. Quick, buddy. Stop. You're gonna have to go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go on. Come on. Come on. No, come on. Come on. Sorry about that. Anyways, let me know if you're out in Houston and you want to network. I'm game. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell so you can get notified when I go live Monday through Friday, at least once a day around this time, midday. Hop on, document my live cold calls, lead follow-ups, everything pretty much. I try to capture everything on footage so you can kind of just get a little over-the-shoulder view of my day-to-day operations. So today I was driving around my texting platform. For those who don't know and are just kind of tapping in for the first time today, the texting platform that I use puts it on an automated drip sequence. So they don't just get texted that one time when I add them to the campaign. They get texted the next day and the next day, and then 5 days after that, and then 7 days after that. So, so I'm just constantly getting replies like on automation, So I've gotten a bunch of replies today just as I was out and about running errands. So I wanted to come back on here and reply to the ones that seemed favorable. A lot of them are not favorable. I know that much. But the fact that I get responses at all to, the second or third text is cool with me because, again, it's just kind of happening on autopilot. So Victor says, no. He said no to the third text of me asking, do you have a number in mind that you'd be hoping to get for it? I could ask if he was interested though. But I'm just going to go ahead and assume that he's not interested. Now, okay, I'm just going to go down the line here, kind of just read off what I'm working with. Jose says, who's this? I'm going to say my templated response to who are you? What do you want? I'm a local home buyer actively buying in city name. Have you thought about parting ways with address? If so, do you have a few minutes? Send that off, see what he says. Lucille replies saying, I'm a kid. I'll go ahead and mark that wrong number. Amelia says, can you respect a holiday? If I want to sell something, it will be listed. Do not text me again, please. It's every day, all day long. Marker DNC. Not my property. It's my dad's. He is not selling. Wrong number. Taxes are paid. Eat one. I think Debbie here is trying to, I think she's under the assumption that I'm texting her because she's back. She has taxes owed on the property, which I don't think was the case, but I think that's why she thinks I'm texting her. So she's trying to be smart about it and say, I've paid my taxes. So I'll mark her not interested. Freddie here says, I reached out yesterday about this address. Are you free to talk today? He says, not really interested. Prime location. I'm going to say, no matter how, no matter what we offer, I'm going to say, yeah, no matter how much we offer, question mark. Ramiro just texted saying not for sale. The system picked up on that because I have my trigger set up. Jose says no sale. Mark him not interested. Ken says 1 million. Let's push this to Zillow just for the kicks to see what the Zestimate is on this one, to see if 1 million may be in our ballpark. The estimate on it is 252. Looks like a nice little house. Not something that I would pay 4,000% market value or whatever that is. 400%. So 1 million. I like to tag these people as high asking price as well as not interested. That way, again, if I want to like separate out that list of people who are tagged as high asking price, it may be worth rounding back with those people at a later date, because again, they're giving me a price, although they're being it's kind of smart asses about it. They're at least throwing a number out, which to me makes it seem as if the price was right, they would sell, or at least for some people. This person who's like a million, I think they'll never probably sell. But for the people who are like asking retail or kind of like a little bit beyond what it is, maybe market appreciation will take it up to that point where I'm able to pay that at a later date, or at least reasonably negotiate them down to a point where I would need them to be. The house is not for sale and it will not be for many years to come. Please remove my name from your list. Thank you. Market DNC. Jeremy says, I don't live there, but I always get texts for that address throughout the years. I'm going to say my template to I don't own that property, not the owner. My apologies. We buy houses all over city. By chance, would you or anybody you know happen to have property they'd be interested in selling? Just because he was kind of nice about it. He wasn't like, this isn't that person. Take me off your list. You know what I mean? Michael just texted saying not interested. Victor says no. So this is the guy who I really wanted to reply to. I'm not entirely certain how you pronounce this person's name. Truc. Truk. He replied to my fourth text with a different address than what I've been texting him on. Just the straight address saying 335K as is. So I'm going to pull that up on Zillow. I tried to pull it up on my phone while I was driving around. 335 seems to be like slightly above the Zillow. It's probably like what ARV is, 335, something around that. So forgot I was in the parking spot. Oh, wait, this isn't. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. I forgot he texted me on a different one. So I don't, I want to see if he's willing to negotiate a little bit, what the, true condition of the place is to determine if I'm able to pay that high. So his estimate's 313. What did he ask? 335. Let me quickly run some comps on PropStream. See if I can pull something up. I might run some on Redfin quickly as well. If you're interested to see me running comps, I do have a pre-recorded series on my channel on how I run comps using PropStream, and sometimes how I'll use Redfin as well to run comps. I like to run comps on Redfin because sometimes the data in PropStream isn't all the way up to date, and you'll find some things on Redfin that you wouldn't necessarily find on PropStream. And since I'm operating in Texas, which is a non-disclosure state, the data just gets really wonky. And, on certain websites, you'll find certain data. On other websites, you'll find other, historical data of properties being sold. So I just like to try to bounce around a little bit between platforms to get as much information, as many rather as many comps as possible. So let me paste the address in here. First, I'm gonna run them on prompt prop stream. Run comps on prop stream. Come in here. Doesn't look like he owns any other properties. Has an estimated mortgage balance of 102,000 though, so he doesn't have a huge chunk of equity in it, but pretty sizable amount. 2,400 square feet. I'm gonna drop it down to about 2,100, maybe even 2,200 for now. If I need to expand that later, I will. And then I'll bring it upwards to 2,700. It's 2436 is the exact, which is why I went to 2,700 on the max. Residential, single family, built in 1988. I'll bring it down to 1980 max. 1995. Sold within the last year. Dang, 39 properties. Holy shit. A lot of activity in this area. So, like, so much activity. I'm going to narrow the results to a quarter mile, which brings it down to 13 properties. And then I'm going to bring it within 6 months, which brings it down to 9 properties. And then I'm going to narrow the square footage down to 2,600. Brings it down to 8. So let's look at those 8. Let's look at the most recently sold. Sold October 15th. That was just rented though. So the one recently sold is September 21st for 345. This one has one less bed and one less half bath. So this one sold for 345. I think ours could probably sell for 360. Ours has an extra 100 square feet. I think ours could sell for 370 because of that. Same lot size, same year built. So I'd call 370 ARV, which is nice to hear because it's a lot higher than that Zestimate. Let's see if we can justify any higher. 3.2 sold in August for 340. Ours is a 5, 2.5. So ours could probably sell for 365, 370. Again, another 100 extra square feet, 375, call it. A little bit bigger lot, same year built. I'd say, yeah, 375, 380 almost on that. I'd call ARV 375 at this point. Back in July, 351, 4, 2.5. So ours could probably go for 361. 361. That one has 100 extra square feet than ours though, so probably 351 on ours. About same size lot, same year built. And that one was back in July, so 350 back in July. I'd still call our ARV 375. This one sold 377. So much activity in this area. 4, 2.5. Ours has an extra bed. I'd say ours could sell for 380, 87, 387. About same size square footage. Their lot is a bit bigger though, so enough to make it not a comp. It's about 3,000 square feet bigger on the lot, so I won't call that one. 320, 330, 320. Yeah, I'd call ARV like 375, honestly, with these two. Number 2, which is 1/10 of a mile away, it's damn near right across the street. Selling for 345 with one less bed and one half less bath. So 360, 370. Yeah. I call it 370 to be conservative. On a 370 ARV, I would want to be probably, depending on, 2,400 square feet. So I mean, on an average remodel, I would need to be like 243. So yeah, not going to be a deal, but 335K as is. Okay. I'll take a look at the area now. Um, what type of work has been done to the place in recent years? Okay, I'll say, okay, this is definitely one. This is, no, I'm just gonna say, okay, I'll take a look at the area now. What type of work has been done to the place in recent years? Hopefully he responds to that, but it's pretty much, let me take some notes on this. I'll call 375 ARV. And then I like to just note how big the place is, 2,400 square feet. Gives me an idea of, even if it is just carpet paint rehab, it's a 2,400 square foot carpet paint rehab. So, based on the numbers that I use, just, generally speaking, I'm still going to, set aside 20,000 just to do cosmetics on a place this size. So I could go upwards of, let's see, if it was just cosmetic, I can be probably upwards of like 290 max 290. And that's giving myself like a really small window to for an assignment fee. So I'll say max 290K in parentheses cosmetic rehab only and small assignment fee. Regardless, let me tag this guy as follow up and set myself a reminder to follow up with him if he stops texting me back. Pre-qualify, see if his price is negotiable. That's what I want to do right now. If he does end up texting back, I just want to figure out, he's saying 335, and he seems like a straight shooter. The fact that he just hopped right in here and gave me the address and the price. So now I want to kind of be a straight shooter myself. Once I get pretty minimal information on the condition, I just need to know which bucket it falls under, light, average, heavy, remodel. And then I'll just give him a price and see if, well, no, I won't give him a price. First, I want to see if his price is negotiable, try to talk him down a little bit. Let him know if I was able to get you paid maybe before the holidays, before, Christmas, end of the year. If I can get you paid before the end of the year, made it simple, smooth, easy transaction. Would you be willing to, come off that price a little bit? So I'm going to set that follow up for just Monday. If I don't hear back from him today or over the weekend, somebody not interested in selling. Thanks, says Maria. Interested. This guy, same thing. This is a trip. Back to back, two different people just replied with, instead of replying about the house that I'm texting them on, they just replied with just the straight address and price. So this guy says address is available for 210,000. So let me pull this and do the same thing. This guy texted me just 2 minutes ago. So let me see what his estimate on this one is. See if it's something that we may be able to work with. Hopefully. Even the address. Doesn't seem like it. Just Google it. like not a real address. I don't know what this is. Oh no, yeah, here it is. I'm tripping. No, it's not. 6829. I'm gonna get this out of there. Okay, there we go. I just need to know what house I'm looking at. All right, that's 6823. This is, I think this one's 6825. What the fuck? 6829. Why can't I find that? Let's search on Redfin. I can't find that address when I go to search it, so I just try to clarify with him or confirm what I'm looking at. Um, I can find 6823. I can find 6825. No 6827. No 6829. No 6831. No 6833. No 6835. Tim text me back. No, not interested from Adrian. Gerardo says wrong number. Look at 6825. Maybe it's like, no, 6823. Maybe he just like mistyped it and it's like really 6892. Because I've seen, well, you know what I can do? Genius. I'm going to take the address that I texted them on, put that into PropStream and see if anything pops up under linked properties that seems similar to the address that he just gave me. So here we go. Linked properties, 2 other linked properties. Neither of them are the one that he texted me about. Oh, well, that's frustrating, you know. But it's all good. Got a few people throwing some numbers out there though today, which is nice. It at least opens up the conversation some. Mm, Guadalupe says not interested. Mm, Just kind of reorganizing the people who have replied so they don't just get lost in the replied section. They actually get pushed. Jesus, pushed to a specific bucket here. Whether it be follow up, cold lead, warm lead, hot lead, not interested, whatever the case may be. I don't live there, but I always get text for that address. This person can just put wrong number. Freddie. This is the guy who I was like, no matter how much we offered, because he said he's not interested. He said he's not really interested. He said not really interested. Prime location. So I said no matter how much we offer, and he hasn't texted back. All right, here we go. Got a reply from Truck. Gave me a rundown on the condition of the place in which he is asking. What was it? 335. He says new roof, new AC upstairs and downstairs. I'm not sure if he means like a window unit, because if it was central AC, I don't think that it would need to be replaced both upstairs and downstairs. Very good structure, 400K potential. False. Nothing in that area is going higher than. I'm going to tell him that pretty much. I'm going to come back over to his comps. That's why I like writing this shit down, because I pretty much have to recomp the property now, just to give him some the inside scoop. But I'm about to, because he's tripping. 400,000 is a no go in that area. Highest the market has seen, I think, was 3. Well, I'm about to show you again, or tell you. $19.95. Maria says no. Okay, yeah. The highest sale in the area is 377, and that one has 3,000 square foot bigger lot, so you can't even really compare it. 3 years newer as well. So yeah, it's nothing in the area has gone for 400. I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna give them the facts. I'm gonna give them the straight facts. It looks like homes in your area are going for anywhere between 340 to 350. Fully fixed up, brand new. I'm gonna tell them. You know what I mean? It's not. This isn't no like as is. So I want to be straight with them. Uh, New roof, new AC, upstairs and downstairs, very good structure. Uh, I'm gonna say, okay, got it. I'm taking a look at the area and see the highest, uh, the highest sales. Taking a look at the area and can see the highest sale. No, I'm not gonna say that. Taking a look at the area and can see homes that are similar to yours are selling anywhere from, I'm gonna try to give them that lower on the end of the range as well. So I have some that are selling for 320. These are the sale prices essentially. Damn, I might have to move. No, I'm good. 320, 327, 376, 351, 340, 345. So I'm gonna say I see homes are selling anywhere from 320 to 345. 320 to 345. And within that range, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 homes to provide him if he really wants. You know what I mean? Okay, got it. I'm taking a look at the area and can see. I see that, and I see that homes similar to yours are selling anywhere from 320 to 320K to 345K, fully renovated. Okay, got it. I'm taking a look at the area, and I see that homes similar to yours are selling anywhere from 320K to 345, fully renovated. If I could buy your house, I'm gonna say, if I could buy your house as is and pay cash, um, what's the best price that you could do? I almost want to say it just like this, like kind of direct. What's up, man? Any new contracts? No, man, no new contracts. It's been dry as hell. But I have some people who are, willing to text back right now. This guy right here said texted back with a different address than what I texted him on. He said 335K as is. ARV is like right around 375, 380. I would probably need it under 300,000. So I'm seeing like the most I could go is probably 290. So I'm just trying to negotiate with him a little bit via text. Okay, got it. I'm taking a look at the area and I see that homes similar to yours are selling anywhere from 320K to 345, fully renovated. If I could buy your house as is and pay cash, what's the best price that you could do? Should I frame it like that? That's pretty direct. Um, or I could say if I could buy your house as is and pay cash, um, I'm just gonna say what's the best price you can do. I'm gonna have to run out of here with the quickness when the time comes. So just sent that off. Maybe he can get a little bit more reasonable. Because he's the good thing is he's trying to sell me right now. He's definitely selling me. He says when I asked, I said, okay, I'll take a look at the area now. What type of work has been done to the place in recent years? He said new roof, new AC, upstairs and downstairs, very good structure, 400K potential. Um, so based on what he's telling me, it sounds like it's going to be at least an average repair. He says new roof. I don't know how old the roof is. I'd imagine it's probably not needed to be replaced if he's going to mention it's new. New AC upstairs and downstairs makes it sound like it's a window unit and not central AC. Very good structure, meaning that there's just no foundation issues, I'd imagine. So still doesn't sound like he's done recent renovation to like kitchen, bathrooms, or anything else, electrical, plumbing, unless he would have mentioned it. So I'm going to say at least an average. And on this one, it's a bigger place, 2,400 square feet. So I want to put aside like at least 40 to 50,000 in repairs. So even if we wanted to call 380 ARV, because this one I think was the one I was looking at. Yeah, this one sold for 377 with one less bedroom. So ours could probably sell for 387, same square footage, but the lot is bigger. I don't even think that was the one I was looking at. 351 with one less bed, 361 ours could sell, but that one has 100 extra square feet. This is the one. This one's over 340, two less bedrooms, one half less bathrooms. So ours could probably sell for 365, if not higher. And ours has 100 extra square feet. Call it 375, and a slightly bigger lot. I'd call it 380. Optimistically, call ARV 380. That's optimistic though. Multiply that by 0.92 on this. I'm gonna say the buyer's gonna want to profit at least 30. I'm gonna want the numbers are already pretty tight on this one. So I'm just going to take like a 10, 15. Let's call it 15. So I'm going to subtract 45. We're at around 304, let's call it 305, less repairs on something this size. What did I say? Around 40 to 50 that I need to take off. Let's get it conservatively. I take off 50. So I need to be like 255, 260 max, based on what he's saying. Hey there, just following up on the text I sent. Did you have a number in mind that you'd be hoping not for sale? Not interested. Jeremy says, oh man, I don't know any. Sorry. All good. Maria says, no, not interested in selling. Thanks. All good. Yeah, so I mean, nothing too crazy, but kind of chopping it up with this guy right here, as well as one other person who gave me another address just like this person did, but that one seemed to be a little bit further off in the numbers. This one is fairly reasonable. I might even just try to get this guy on the phone real quick if he does reply to this, because he's like somewhat reasonable. He's asking 335, and he thinks that it could sell upwards of 400 once it's all fixed up. Even with that logic, it's not enough room, because again, I think it's going to be like 40 to 50,000 that needs to be put into it to bring it up to that speed. And then at that rate, all in, you're at like 385 to sell at 400. There's just not enough room for profit. So, you know what I mean? I guess he's not really being reasonable, in all honesty, or at least he just needs to get educated. I'd be interested in knowing the details, his situation. So, if he texts me back and it seems like he may be reasonable on the price, or he's willing to move a little bit, then I'm going to try to get him on the phone. Other than that, though, none too crazy. I just like getting in the saddle. You know what I mean? Hopping on here, running some comps, having some conversations. I got one person who was upset about the holidays, but it's not even the holidays yet. People are sensitive. I'm telling you. I get it, I guess, but how many days before the holidays and how many days after the holidays do you want as like like a pass? I'm not gonna let up on my marketing, so it's not Thanksgiving. It's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I'm not gonna text you tomorrow. Don't worry, but I am today. You can't use that as an excuse. The holidays, it's not. You can't use that yet. Thanksgiving isn't one of those days where you have Thanksgiving Eve. Thanksgiving Eve is just for people to go out to their hometown bars and get fucked up with their high school buddies. That's all that's for. And you better believe that I'm going to text you asking if you want to sell your house on Thanksgiving Eve. Christmas Eve, I get it. Not going to text you. Probably not even going to text you on the 23rd because, Christmas, it holds that weight. If you ask me. All right. Well, I want to, let's see. I'm going to give him a few minutes to text back before I just end this live stream because I do want to catch it. Texted him 6 minutes ago. If anything, let me see. I want to make sure that I have follow-up set for him. I just want to make sure that I don't lose him amidst everything else going on. Yeah, I'm going to need 23.7. I could probably go upwards of 270. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really done enough deals at this price point to know how much a buyer expects in profit. So, like, I'm factoring in like over 35,000 on this deal, but right now people may be desperate. Like, that's something that I'm unfamiliar with because I'm not intimately like having conversations constantly with my buyers about, their. Okay, this guy just sent me a comp. Let's see what he's talking about. I hate like when people do this because I guess like I can educate him. So this one's pending, not sold, for 387.9. This guy's funny. Straight send me a comp. First thing I'm gonna look at is how far away it is, because I'm sure that that's what makes it not a comp. If I had to guess, just first thing. So let's see if I'm right. Because yeah, this house could sell for this, but if it's 2 miles away, it's not. That doesn't make sense to look at as a comparable home. And the fact that it's pending, it's not sold, so it's not. This could sit on the market forever. This is the exact same floor plan as mine with new paint, refurbished cabinets. Um, so it's about a half mile away. It's pretty close. But again, this one is one on a cul-de-sac, so it does. It's not at the very end of it, but it is on a cul-de-sac, so you have to assign a little bit more value to it. And it's pending. It's not sold. So let's take a look at it though. I mean, it is brand new, so I want to ask him like, so yours looks similar to this, because this looks really nice. This one has a movie theater in it. I want to ask, does this have a movie theater and a gym like this one does? A pool? Let me look, because I mean, I guess that's not something that I was considering when I was looking at those other comps. It does have an extra half bathroom right out of the gate. That's what I can see. It does have an extra half bathroom, and it is not the exact same floor plan because it has an extra over 100 extra square feet on the floor plan. So automatically that's going to take it down by like 15, 20,000 for that extra half bathroom and that extra 100 square feet, at least 15,000 off the price that's listed. So 387, it's going to drop down to at least 372 um, off that discrepancy alone. And again, this is just pending. This isn't even sold. You can't use this as a comp. But I want to see again, and then I want to see this one when it was built. This one was built 1989. Ours is built 1988, so that's good. Um, this is a 2-car attached garage. Ours has looks like maybe 1 car attached. Uh, 2-car attached garage on the cul-de-sac. So I might just hop on the phone with him and educate him. I mean, it just kind of has to come to that because his doesn't have any of this. I'm gonna ask if he has a moment to hop on the phone because I almost want to just educate him. I'm just gonna call him. I'm gonna catch him off guard and I'm gonna call him just like that. Oh, nobody's in here. I thought OG Fishing was gonna be in here to catch this, but oh well. Let me call him real quick. Oh, that's scary.
Your call has been
Okay. Well, I gotta educate him via text then. I'm gonna say, um, for me as an investor, these are the things that I'm looking at when it comes to comparing your property to this one. For me as an investor, these are the things that I'm looking at when it comes to comparing your property to this one. Um, I'm going to say it seems that this one, I've never seen this before. I'm getting a political call. That's trippy. For me as an investor, these are the things that I'm looking at when it comes to comparing your property to this one. It seems that this one has an extra half bathroom, 100 more square feet. I don't even know if this is a two-story. If this one is two-story, it doesn't even say. He's saying it's the exact same floor plan though, so I'd imagine it's two-story. Um, Let me pull this up on PropStream and see if it gives me a little bit more information. Do I have it here? Yeah. So this one is 2 stories. It says it has central AC, garage type, garage number of buildings 1. Okay. For me as an investor, these are the things I'm looking at when it comes to comparing your property to this one. It seems that this one has an extra half bathroom, 100 more square feet, extra space in the garage. Uh, what else did I say? This one is in a cul-de-sac. Sits in a cul-de-sac, and it has a pool in the back. All of these things greatly affect the value. All these things greatly affect the value. I'm gonna send that, and I'm gonna say I also also or I'll say lastly, this property hasn't been sold yet. Let me see how long it sat on the market too. It's been on the market for almost a month. It does have a pending offer, but I'm gonna say lastly, this property hasn't been sold yet. As an investor, I'm forced to make my decisions based on historical data and can't necessarily speculate. For all we know, this property could never sell at the price that is listed. Lastly, this property hasn't been sold yet. As an investor, I'm forced to make my decisions based on historical data and can't necessarily speculate. For all we know, this property could never sell at the price that it's listed. Um, and then I want to say something like, I'm not trying to, all right, that's probably my cue right there. Oh no, gosh, wow. She may be over there for a while. I'm not trying to beat you up on price at all. These are just the things that I have to look at investing. And then I'm going to give him some comps. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, I'm looking at properties like this. I'm going to give him the one that sold for $340. See the pictures on this one first. Make sure it's not like super as is. There is no pictures for that one, so maybe I give him the one that went for $327. Hopefully there's pictures for these. This one I believe is on his street. Yeah, on his street, 3 doors down. But this one has 3,000 square feet, a 3,000 square foot bigger lot. So I don't even know if I want to give him that one. I'm gonna maybe this one 320. Is this one a comp? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what the pictures on this one look like. Pictures looking decent. Pictures looking good, yeah. Say I'm looking at comparable properties like this one. They're apples to apples. I'm just gonna say, I'll be honest. Very serious about buying a place before the end of the year. if you were willing to work with me on the price, I'll be honest, I'm very serious about buying a place before the end of the year. Um, if you're willing to work with me on the price, but in all reality, I'll say I wish that I really do wish that I could pay you the 335K for it, but in all reality, okay, that guy gave me the correct address. Um, I really do wish that I could pay you 335K for it, but in all reality, uh, based on what I'm seeing and what we would, based on what I'm seeing in the market, in all reality, based on uh, the condition and based on the, because I don't really know the true condition. I just want to say based on what you've explained, you know what I mean, based on uh, which I paid 35K for it, but in all reality, uh, I would need to be in the ballpark of, what do I want to say again? Say 375 ARV. Let's say I find a buyer with realtor connections and willing to take a $30,000 profit on this one. Let's say I want to take 15. That brings me down to 307. Let's just call it 308. And I'm going to say that the place is going to need at least 40,000. Call it 50, 60 to be on the low end to drop my anchor. Anywhere from, let's say, 250 to two. I'm going to say 245 to 270. Gosh. See how he replies to that. Glad that I at least gave him the offer. I probably could have worked that a little bit better and tried to get him on the phone at a more appropriate time in the conversation before it turned into like that back and forth like justification argument. But yeah, I'm not interested in selling right now. Not interested, says Roy. Um, I'm not Santos and I live in West Texas. I'm gonna say my template. My apologies. We buy houses all over Texas. Chance, would you or anybody you know happen to have property they'd be interested in selling? This guy gave me the correct address, which is 6819. Tripping. Let's see what 6819's estimate is compared to what he was asking. I don't remember what he was asking. Because he texted me off a new number. I gotta go find that conversation now. But the Zestimate on it is 172. I think he was asking like 210. Yeah, he's asking 210. Let's see how high I can push the ARV beyond. It's just not gonna work at that price. Residential, single family. This place is 1,100 square feet. I'll just leave it where it's at. It's pretty much 200 square feet above and beyond, like 220. 1940 year built. I'll go minimum 1930, maximum 1950. That gives me 11 properties, 10 properties within a half mile that sold within the last year. Only some of them of which I should be using as comps because there's a main road that pretty much splits all these right down the middle. I will just use my subdivision as a filter as well because there's enough activity. About 5 of these properties, 4 of these properties. So most recently sold was 3 weeks ago for 185. This one has an extra half bath. Let's call ours 180. Ours is 16 square feet bigger. I'm not going to do anything with that. 180. Ours is 2,000 square feet bigger on the lot. Same year built. So let's say ours goes for 190. What's the estimate on this? 224 is the estimate on PropStream. Maybe that one went as is or something. It does have pictures, so let's take a look. Yeah, this one went as is. So that one went as is. So ours could probably go one as is 190. That one might have been a 2-story though. Number of stories 1. Yeah, I saw a staircase in that one. So no, it doesn't look like it. Maybe that's down to the basement. Something. Let's pull it up. So the other ones, while that one's loading, 180 sold last year. 2 again, extra half bath, 170. 5 cars, pretty much same square footage. Again, 2,500 square feet smaller lot, and that was last year. So, okay, April of 2021 sold 272 extra bedroom. So ours could go for 262. Extra 100 square feet. So ours could go for 252. The lot size is like 4 times as big. So I just want to see if this one is 2 stories. Number of stories 1. So this one is a good comp. Which one was I looking at? Yeah, because that one went as is for 185 a couple weeks ago. Extra half bath. So ours go for like 180. And ours has like 2,000 square. Damn. So that one went 180 as is. That's crazy. I wonder why. So this is one where I probably want to run it on Redfin as well. The numbers. Just to try to get some more data because just that one that went as is seems really odd that it went for that high. I guess not really though, because I don't want 272 last year, but that one is on a much bigger lot. Um, so what I like to do in Redfin is just search by the zip code, which gives me the general area, and then on Zillow I figure out like whereabouts this property is. I think I've already looked at this address though for some reason, so I know exactly where it is. And then I just like to draw a line using the Redfin tool. Remove the outline, draw, show me houses in this area only. Filter it out by houses that have sold, not that are for sale, like Homeboy showed me. Show me the last year. This one is 1,100 square feet, so I'm gonna go minimum 750 to maximum 1,500. That's a bigger window than I'd like, but the lot on this one is 8,750, so I'll go minimum 65, max quarter acre, year built 1930 to 1950. Oh no. This one's, they go by 20 years when it goes back that far, so I can't go that specific. I need to go 1920 to 1950. I don't want to go anything higher than 1950. All right. So I do see some that have pushed 200,000 in the area. Let's take a look. I, again, just kind of want to see where this is generally so I don't cross any major roads. So I'm just zooming out on the map here. All right. So I want to look at this one that sold for 210. This one sold, oh, it's the same street, like a block over. So let's take a look at this one. Sold for 210. Isn't that was how much he was asking, wasn't it? Two, one and a half. This looks like it'll be a good comp. What's up? I've always loved dogs. Just got called tools trying to set it up. Are you cold calling this holiday week? No, I'm not going to. I just have some texts that are getting sent out. I need to be sure. Yeah, I got some texts that are going out tomorrow. But whatever, honestly, fuck it. But I'm not gonna call. No, got this one. Yeah, this one went as is. Two one and a half, 1,100 square feet. Ours is a 2-1, 1,100 square feet. So that one for 210. I should probably go for 205. This one sold literally 2 weeks ago. 1940, same year built. Smaller lot by like 2,500 square, 2,000 square feet. So this is a perfect comp right there, as is. I want to figure out. This guy's like arguing with me about the value of his property. So, got it. Could you tell me a bit? Has a moment to discuss. Because I got that one there, which is just like the perfect comp. These other ones are going for like 140, 160. This one sold for 270, but it's on the other side of this major road, kind of. So I want to stay away from it. 221. This one sold for 260. These are probably good comps though, because these ones are like flipped. So this one's on a major road. So last year, this one sold in the beginning of the year, January. 3-2 compared to our 2-1. So 20 off of the 260, 240. I guess this one that sold for 210 right here is just like the best. I want to see though. I don't know why this one sold for so high. I guess. I want to see what it actually sold for, because sometimes you'll find as well that it'll say something on, especially in like non-disclosure states like Texas, it'll say one price and then you'll come to the MLS details on PropStream and you'll see that it sold for something way less. Yeah, so this one sold for 185 as is. So I would need mine at 180, probably like around that, I guess, because maybe a little bit lower, like 170. He's asking 210, which is, you know, not unrealistic. I just needed him to come off that price a little bit. Ten, 20, 20 off 243, 223, 203 with 1,000. Oh, no. Yeah, so that one sold for 185 as is. Ours could sell for 180, 190. No, 180. Probably like, yeah. I'd say like conservatively, like 190. Conservatively, I think I can get it off for 190 to 195, maybe 200. So I would just comfortably want to get it at like 180 to 185. He's asking 210 right now, so if I can get him down even a little bit, um, I mean, this is a deal for sure. Lala, happy Wednesday. I hope your day is going well. Same to you. appreciate you guys hopping in here during the the holidays and stuff. I'm sure you guys have a lot going on, so I really do appreciate that. I'm working a couple good conversations here. This okay. So this is why I like to ask this. I got this from Steven Morales. Um, he says this. So I texted this person, ringless voicemail, texted, and he says, not really interested, prime location. So the way he responded, it made me think that like he probably would be if I gave him a price he couldn't refuse, right? So what I got from Steven Morales, which is what I said here, I said, no matter how much we offer, question mark. And he says, I already had a $120,000 offer. So now I know what I'm working with. Now he's 120 is something that he didn't accept. I can quickly pull it up on Zillow, maybe take a peek at. I got to close out on some of these tabs. My shit's going so slow. So his estimate's 113. So he got an offer for 120. I don't think I'd be able to come up that high, even if the ARV is something way higher than this. It just doesn't make sense. Prime location. This, if you guys could see this house, it's literally a piece. I'm gonna wait to text this guy back. I am going to hop over to the guy who's arguing with me about the value of his home. So this is what I said to this guy. This is how this conversation has gone so far. He said, I texted him about one property and he said, he texted me another address and said, this one's for sale, 335 as is. I said, okay, I'll take a look at the area now. What type of work has been done to the place in recent years? New roof, new AC, upstairs and downstairs, very good structure, 400K potential. I said, okay, got it. I'm taking a look at the area and I see that homes similar to yours are selling anywhere from 320 to 345 fully renovated. If I could buy your house as is and pay cash, what's the best price that you could do? And he replied with a pending listing, a Zillow listing of 385. This is the exact same floor plan as mine with new paint, refurbished cabinets, which wasn't true. There was a lot more things that were going on. I said, for me as an investor, these are the things that I'm looking at when it comes to comparing your properties to this one. It seems that this one has an extra half bathroom, 100 more square feet, extra space in the garage. It sits in a cul-de-sac and it has a pool in the back. All of these things greatly affect the value. Just off of that one text alone and looking at everything that I listed, half bathroom, 5,000, 100 more square feet, 10,000, extra space in the garage, no, 5,000 conservatively, so we're already at like a $20,000 discrepancy. It sits in a cul-de-sac, 10,000, 30,000 total. It has a pool in the back that could be upwards of 20,000, so conservatively 10,000. So we're looking at $40,000 off of his listing price, which was 385, and it wasn't even sold yet. So I said, lastly, this property hasn't been sold yet. As an investor, I'm forced to make my decisions based on historical data and can't necessarily speculate. For all we know, this property could never sell at the price that it's listed. I'm not trying to beat you up on price at all. These are just the things that I have to look at. I'm looking at properties like this one to compare apples to apples. And I sent him a sold listing that's like way closer to his property than the one that he showed me. And I'll be honest, I'm very serious about buying a place before the end of the year if you're willing to work with me on the price. I really do wish that I could pay you the 335,000 for it, but in all reality, I would need to be in the ballpark of 245 to 270 cash. I went in and viewed he says, I went in and viewed 14607 Cardinal, which is the one that he sent me. The 3-bathroom is a typo error. It has 2.5 baths, which is the same as his. Okay. You know as well as I do, pool does not add value. Oh, it certainly does. The house is pending after 5 days. I am also an investor, just have too many projects at the moment and willing to offload this one. Well, he's fucking tripping about the pool not adding value. Like I don't want to argue with him, and that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say right now, I understand where you're coming from. I understand. I completely understand where you're coming from. Probably know I completely understand where you're coming from. Uh, I'm sure you understand where I'm, since you are an investor yourself. I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from. Uh, by no means am I trying to, get over on you. I don't know how. By no means am I trying to insult you with my offer, but I have to stick to uh, the numbers, and that's where I feel most comfortable. Like I said, uh, we could do our very best to um, get this closed out for you before the end of the year. Like I said, we could um, try to get this closed out for you before by the end of the year. Before the end of the year, like I said, we could try to get this closed out for you before the end of the year. Um, like I said, we're able to pay cash and could try to get this closed out for you before the end of the year. Um, and I get where you're coming from, and I get where you're coming from. Uh, it sounds understood. No hard feelings at all. Like I said, we're able to pay cash and can try to get this closed out for you before the end of the year. And I get where you're coming from. It sounds like you've filled your plate, and uh, I mean, I'm gonna say, what's the best price you think you could do? By the way, I already tried calling this guy and he didn't answer, so it's pretty clear that he wants to stick to text. Do you think it's appropriate to call people the day after Thanksgiving? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to. Um, I'm working on a limited budget and I only have so much data anyways, so I just don't want to like burn through it with a bunch of people answering and saying, "Hey, this is Black Friday" or whatever. So it looks like it's a creative deal like a lease option or owner finance. Yeah, possibly. I could probably do something like that, and I will definitely entertain that. If I think even at the price that he's talking about, he's asking for ARV, and the place needs repair, and he's not being reasonable. Or what did I say? ARV? No, ARV could probably be a little more. You're right. This probably could be reasonable. Creative finance or owner finance play. If I can say 380 ARV and just find somebody to pay flat out again, even on a creative or owner finance deal, they're gonna want to enter into the deal with equity. Um, so just find somebody at what 80% ARV. I'd still need them to come down like $30,000. You know what I mean? Like I would literally have to find somebody at 90 90% of ARV. It's literally ARV. He's asking retail, but the place needs repairs. So regardless, he needs to come off his price because even if somebody wants to own or finance this, they're gonna have to spend money to renovate it, or it just doesn't seem like a place where I don't know to be quite honest. But you're right. We could try to get creative with it. If you have $1 million, I will talk. Not interested. Asking price. Let me give it some more thought and get back with you. Have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Absolutely. Same to you. I already have him on a follow up. Let's just make sure that I am following up with him early next week. Yeah, I'm gonna follow up with him on Monday if I don't hear back, or I guess I can push it to Tuesday, just so that I'm not like riding his ass. All right, and then I want to round back with this other guy. Um, who gave me that other address? Freddie says offer. Oh no, I already had a $120,000 offer. Um, this guy, okay, he just hasn't texted me back. I said, got it. Did you have a moment to discuss it? And he hasn't texted me back. It's been 15 minutes. Santos says no. Uh, that was the wrong number. Anyways, I was just asking him if he owned property, which he does not. Um, yeah, this one is good though. If I can get him to, he's asking 210. If I can get him down to like 190, 185, then it's good. I don't really know his affiliation though. This guy just gave me another address. It wasn't the address that I texted him on. Um, damn, text moves hella quick when there's a lot of people texting you back. I'll tell you that much. But I like that I was able to kind of have this guy thinking about it. Let me give it some more thought and get back with you because I mean, he's an investor, so I got real with him and I started playing his. I get this from Steve Trang, or I mean, a lot of people are talking about it nowadays. But with red sellers, you gotta let them know that they're the shit. Hey, you're an investor. You know better than I do. Almost, you gotta praise them and talk them up. So I was like, hey, as it, what did I say? Since you're an investor yourself, I'm sure you understand where I'm coming from. By no means am I trying to insult you with my offer. I just have to stick to the numbers, and that's where I feel most comfortable. And that's where it turned around, and he texted back. It was pretty much all combative up until that point. I was sending him comps, he was sending me comps. I was saying this is why that comp doesn't work, and he was saying this is why the comp does work. And I was like, hey, look, man, I ran my numbers. Just like I do as an investor, yeah, I take all emotion out of it. It's all about the numbers. And then it flipped the script and he said, understood, no hard feelings at all, with a thumbs up. And then I said, like I said, we're able to pay cash and could try to get this closed out for you before the end of the year. And I get where you're coming from. It sounds like you filled your plate. What's the best price you think you could do? And that's when he said, let me give it some more thought. So he's already kind of, to me, seems willing to come off of his asking price. So I'm just hoping that he's willing to come off of it enough to make it make sense. Again, for a cash offer, I would need him to be like the most I think I could pay here is like um, again the most I think 277, 280 probably. He's asking 345, 335 it was. So I would need to come off. I would have to have him come off at like $50,000 for like a very small assignment fee, and that's me considering a buyer having realtor relationships. That's me considering a buyer that's willing to take like a $25,000 profit on this one, which is kind of small considering the size of the project. Um, and that's me considering like just like below average repair costs. Um, but yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. I like the conversation that me and him had, uh, and I like the way that I was able to turn it around. This guy, Freddie, I want to run some comps on this guy. He says I already had an offer for 120. I'm gonna ask while I run comps. I already had a $120,000 offer. I'm gonna say, okay, is there any reason you didn't accept that? Because if he tells me like, yeah, because I don't want to sell, then I don't want to waste my time with him. But if he's like says something else that I can work with, maybe maybe it could turn into something. So this guy has two properties. Bankruptcy seems to have been resolved though, maybe. Um, because I don't see like any involuntary liens listed on prop stream. Run some quick comps, residential, single family. This place is 962 square feet. I'll bring it down to 700 minimum, 1200 max. You're built 1953. I'll bring it down to 1945 max, 1965. That gives me six properties that sold within the last year, all of them within 4/10 of a mile. Let's see what sold most recently. 2 weeks ago, sold for 245, 4/10 of a mile away. It does cross a major road. Sorry, guys. We have one parking spot, and I know my girlfriend's gonna be home soon. Uh, so this is really the only one that counts as a comp, but it's wasn't sold. It was rented. Let's push it back another year. See what we got. See if anything sold a little more close to home. It did back in 2019, 2 years ago. This one sold for 156 with one less bedroom. So ours could probably sell for 166, maybe 170. But it has 250 square feet bigger. So ours could sell for 145 and like 3,000, almost 2,500 square foot bigger lot. Um, I mean, yeah, what did I say? 135. 130 is the estimate value on it. It seems reasonable. What is the Zestimate? 113. Is that the one? Yeah. So 120 is hella high. I don't know why he didn't accept it. Um, yeah, because you can't look at these other ones. They're just not comps. Even if you could look at it, it's extra bed, extra bath, 250 square feet bigger. So 10, 20, 45 off of the price already, plus 2,500 square feet bigger on the lot. So you're still looking at probably like 200 max. But again, it's not a comp, so I'm not even gonna look at it. 8 may be a comp. 3-1 extra. No, saying ours is actually bigger. Their lot's just bigger and 3 years newer. So that one sold for 155. Ours could probably go for 140, 135. I'd call ARV 135. In which case, for a cash offer, I would need to be at like 70. On an average rehab, I would need to be at like 65, 70 max. So I'll entertain his conversation, see why he didn't accept that, but doesn't sound like he wants to sell it anyways. Want to make sure that I follow up with this gentleman, who I'm not far off, and I want to leave notes on his because he texted me off of a different number. I'll say asking price for this property is 210K. ARV, what I say? I'll say as is for 190 to 195K. MAO 180 to 185. Okay. So again, I need to talk him down probably 25,000. Set a task. Tag him as follow up. Set a task to follow up. Negotiate. Negotiate. Need to bring him down 20 to 30K. Dig deeper and learn his story. Call him on Monday along with everybody else that I'm calling on Monday. Calling a lot of people on Monday. After Thanksgiving and then after Christmas, especially, it's gonna be I'm gonna be rolling. I'm not gonna let up on these follow-ups because I'm setting a lot. I'm pushing a lot down the road because nobody wants to deal with it before the holidays. But I'm gonna make sure that I'm, tackling it head on when the time comes. So that's everything for now. I do believe nobody has really been. I'm not in conversations with anybody. Um, But we got a couple good responses today. I like the way that people were replying. They just two people just came with the straight address and the price, which is like a good sign to me. Now it's just a matter of continuing that conversation and staying in front of them and educating them, and like Muhammad mentioned, possibly getting creative with it, just so where I can come up a little bit more on price, and hopefully over time, and as their expectations set into place and hopefully get reduced and lessened a bit, their asking price dwindles down a bit, and maybe even over the next couple months or two. This is something that I've been recognizing as well in my follow-ups, is that the market is seeing so much appreciation that these numbers that I'm running don't make sense now, but in 2, 3 months they may make sense because the market has appreciated so much. And I'm finding that some of these that I'm revisiting, on a 3 month follow up, 6 month follow up, I'll rerun the numbers and be like, damn, I can come up $30,000 on my offer. So I know that that's a thing as well. I've heard a bunch of success stories for people, pros in the industry, who have those type of stories all the time. Like, this person wasn't interested, but I followed up with them for 5 years. And then we ended up placing it under contract at the same price that we've been talking for the past 5 years. But the market's gone crazy and now it's worth way more. And again, it's nothing that is like unethical. It's just you're still there to solve somebody's problem and ensure that they're happy with the transaction. So if they're happy with the price that you've been talking about, then it's all good, right? It's one thing to, like, if they ask, like, hasn't the market gone up? And you're like, no, no, it hasn't. This price is the best that we can do. Like, it's one thing if you're doing that, but a whole other if, you know, I mean, you could let them know too, right? Like, I'm sure they wouldn't even mind after all is said and done, because as long as you're solving their problems, that's all that really matters to them. God, man, I like my hopes are getting high on these two that came with the address and the price, because I was thinking that they were trying to be done with it like day before Thanksgiving, be done with it. You know what I mean? That's the vibes that I got from them when they texted me so directly like that. Like, yep, it's the day before Thanksgiving. This is the address. This is the price. I was hoping that the prices were going to be reasonable enough for me to just be like quick back and forth negotiation via text. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I was hoping that was going to happen with this other guy. The guy that I didn't want to be so actively texting me back, responding, was actually the guy who was further away in price. This other gentleman who I only need to come down, 20, 25,000. Uh, I wish that I could just go back and forth with him via text, because it's close enough where I think that I could probably lock this up just through text alone. Um, if I was able to just kind of work my magic and utilize my gift of gab through texting, I probably could have talked him down 20,000. You know what I mean? And something else too, along those same lines of the market appreciating and revisiting leads at a future date and being able to offer more. Same goes for when you place something under contract, right? So, not to say that you should take this into consideration when making your offer price. I've heard people say this as well. Like, buyers nowadays are actually factoring in the level of appreciation into their buying formula, which is kind of like the no, because that's just speculating. Like, well, if it keeps going up 10% as it has been, by the time we're done with our fix and flip, I'll be able to sell it for this. Like, you never want to operate like that, because you're just guessing and speculating. But the same kind of goes for wholesalers nowadays, where you can be like, I mean, if I'm placing it under contract now, we're setting a 60-day close. I could probably find a buyer that's willing to consider the level of appreciation that the market is seeing, so that by the time we close on this property, ARV is going to be, this much more. Um, so some good conversations, really, really two good conversations that I didn't expect to have the day before Thanksgiving. I was out and about driving around earlier today. I mean, I got probably 30 different no's. That's the thing that I'm really finding through text is the the leads that are generated through text are, they seem to be much warmer, right, and much more willing to hear you out, or talk to you, at least if they're gonna reply through text. But sorry, I'm gonna take this. Hello. Hey. Yeah, I was planning on it. I haven't, but I'm going to within the minute. All right, I'll see you in a minute. Oh, I need the toy though. I need it's in your trunk. I'll be there shortly. All right. All right. That's my cue. I'm gonna do it. Appreciate you guys hopping on here. Really, really do appreciate it. I know you guys probably got other things going on, Thanksgiving, family. I wish you guys all a happy Thanksgiving. Eat as much turkey or not if that's what you're into. Um, Eat a bunch of food regardless. I don't care if you're vegan or vegetarian or whatever, pescatarian, whatever you are. Just make sure you eat a lot of it. And look forward to rounding back with you guys. I'll probably won't get back on here till about Monday. I may, if I find some time, over maybe on Friday or Saturday, drop a video. Like I was saying, I recorded that video for JLab about the contract that I used to close my first two deals. But then I went to go post it, and I just didn't feel right because I forgot to really drop the disclaimer, the fact that it's not legal advice. I know it's probably irrelevant, but I just want to make sure to cross my T's, dot my I's. I don't want to set myself up to get sued down the line when somebody finds this video. So I just want to re-record that one. It was a good, quick, simple one. You guys could take away from that and build out your one-page contract if you don't have one already. Um, but yeah, la la. Have a great Thanksgiving. Same to you. Same to you. I'll see you guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the time with the family. Separate yourself from the business as much as you can, if that's what you're wanting to do. That's what I'm wanting to do. I'm wanting to really separate myself, unplug, and just take a couple of days. That way, when I can come back on Monday morning and really hit the ground running. That's my plan. Again, do what you want, but just be intentional about whatever it is that you're doing. I think that that's a common, it's habitual. It's not a good habit to have, but entrepreneurs, their days blend together. And you'll be answering texts or talking with seller leads when you're sitting at the Thanksgiving table. So just make sure, if that's what you're wanting to do, just be sure that that is something that you're doing intentionally, and not just mindlessly turning to your phone or logging on your computer because you feel the need to. If you're gonna work, be intentional about it. Sit down with the intention of spending time to work, and then when it comes time to spending time with family, make sure that again it is intentional. Not to tell you guys how to live your life, but again, this is just my own personal experience. This is something that I plan on doing. So look forward to seeing you guys on Monday again. If you're tuning in after the fact, don't forget before you leave to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. I'm on the hunt for 50 subscribers before the end of the year. I'm at 35 right now. Need 15 more. We're on track the way that they're coming in nowadays. So I really appreciate you guys. And until the next one, peace.